Bye. I was actually playing Slipknot when I hopped on.
Okay.
Rap's not doing it for me anymore. Let me not say that.
It's not necessarily.
I have my own rap shit. Like rap is still rap. Like I love rap. Like, but I find I'm either listening to real old shit.
It's not your go-to.
Or that's the only. Like that's it. That's either the old shit. There's some new shit, whatever. But I'm rocking out to rock, like that energy. Like I need that white people energy right now. I don't know.
That's funny.
I'm ready to rock out.
Let's do it.
All right. Now I'm ready to rock out. What's up, everybody? What's going on? Guys, what's up, man?
What up?
Yo, what's good?
All right. Still trudging along with work, man. Waiting for that to resolve itself. Almost got myself fired.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I just snapped out on everybody for like 3 days straight. I had the pattern of cursing like a few people out one day and apologizing to the next, and immediately cursing somebody else out and apologizing to the next day.
You had the curse out gauntlet?
Dude,
Infinity curse out gauntlet?
Yeah, nah, that's pretty much what is it. How's everybody's week going?
Well, I'll let you go first.
So far, so good. Just working on a few things, and next 3 weeks gonna be kind of tough, but it is what it is. But good otherwise. I'm alive.
And Len, you go. I just want to say it's definitely a grind out kind of thing. I'm thinking my grind out session is it's been pretty much the whole year. Going to grind out hard for the remaining months of the year. Just get ready, buckle down, do what I have to do and try to prep myself for the future. However, whatever strategy and plans I come up with. What about you, Len?
Work is getting a little hectic right now. I'm gonna be like transferring over to like a different office to do like different exams, so I gotta learn like a whole new machine.
No shit.
All new protocols. I mean, it's a good thing. It's just something to add to my belt as far as like list of exams that I can do and like just my experience. But it's gonna be somewhat difficult because I gotta like compare images from a different modality and like trying to bring it in and use ultrasound the same way to like find that area that they saw like on a different modality that I'm seeing like live that I don't know how to read. So this whole week I just been like diving into books in regards to MRI and it's called like Euronav, like this system, but it's been crazy, yo.
Finish him modality. What is that? What are we talking about?
So like I do ultrasound and I'm going to be referencing a prostate using on an MRI. So we're going to be doing a prostate biopsy. So they're going to use the MRI to see exactly where like the hot spot is. And then I got to use the ultrasound machine to guide or to line up exactly where that area is so we can take the proper samples. But it's a machine I've never known before. But like different exams, like so ultrasound is a modality, X-ray is a modality, MRI, CAT scan. That's what that means.
I just like how you like, as a tech, he's like, yeah, I've never heard of it, but he's saying it like we should know what the hell it is.
Transponder and the flux capacitor,
Yeah, you could have whipped all that shit out. I'd be like, really? Wow.
Yeah, I remember some cat that I worked with, some patient, we got there early and like the machine took a while to load up, but it was more like him just being lazy, right? So the patient was heated when he brought him back. You could tell he had like the crazy stank face. So the guy, like the guy that I know, the tech, he's like, sir, first of all, like he was trying to put him down like, yo, I don't know why you're getting upset. It takes like 20 minutes for the transponder just to load up. The flux capacitor, he just started naming names. 20 minutes for that. And the guy was, oh man, I am so sorry. I didn't know. He's like, yeah, it takes a lot to do what we do, So
he was BSing.
You got to get to 700 gigawatts for this thing to kick on.
It worked. That cat was so apologetic after. He straight like Milton them.
Nice.
Wow.
All right, that's what's up, man. All right. All right. Well, good luck with everything you got to do, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Sure, you knock it out the park, bro.
I'll do it. I'll do what I gotta do, man.
Just
For sure.
keep the stag to a minimum.
Oh no.
And don't get flustered. You'll be all right.
Actually, no. I've been cutting out the stag, man. It's not. It ain't the same like it used. I can't do it no more like that. We were talking about that at one point.
I am getting close to straight edge way of living. Like no nothing. I'm getting ridiculously close to that. I'm getting my last of my shenanigans kind of out the way today.
Oh wow.
And this will be my little last hurrah of getting shit-faced and all the other fun stuff. Because like I said a couple minutes ago, about to grind out, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what a part of that is? You know what? I was trying to find a way to segue into this. I try to find inspirations, lessons, wherever I can. A lot of that is me watching. I don't watch a lot of shows, but when I do, I find myself watching the same shows over and over again because, like with Sons of Anarchy, for a quick example, I'll watch a great episode, and I'll watch it so many times that people are like, dude, like, enough, like you're wearing that one out. But, I don't, after I watch things like the first 2 or 3 times, the entertainment value is out of it. For the most part, I'm not entertained anymore. Like I get it. I know that if I know the whole entire episode by heart, the entertainment value is kind of diminished. But at that point, I try to take little things. Obviously, you're not going to get messages or whatever from like a SpongeBob episode. But if you're watching something, I tend to break it down. And I'll watch it over and over again to see what I missed the first time and then break that down. That's kind of what I do.
I'm the same way.
I've hit this thing with, and we harped on it. I might have been off air last time. The Last Dance. I am now down to watching the last same 3 episodes. Like I've got my entertainment value. I've got the things I want to out of the other episodes. I'm on these 3 episodes, and I'm just soaking in everything. Like I'm catching things. Like
out of curiosity, which ones are they? Because
when he went to baseball, his first year back in basketball, in the Seattle Supersonic series.
Yeah, that was good.
Each one gives me, because the rookie thing, you see a kid growing up, you get to start to see the foundation of what makes Mike. But by those middle of the pack seasons, it's gone from being the hunter to being the hunted. Yeah. And you see no nonsense. So one of the things I picked up, and I didn't make it a point to kind of make this transition, it's just kind of happening. Humor aside, I'm taking everything on a personal level, like MJ did. Like you say hi to me the wrong way, I now have to destroy you in whatever way I can. Everything costs something. They say you want to forgive, let things go, move on. I've learned that forgiving comes with a cost. Everything costs something. If you work hard, the cost is going to be beneficial. If you want to play video games all day, there's a cost to that too. There's a cost to kicking back and doing nothing. Everything costs. So, even forgiving. And this kind of sounds wrong, but I've tried to forgive, man. I think AZ had that line. I forgive though the shit's costing. Like, I've forgiven, but I don't feel what people are saying you should feel when you forgive. I forgive, and I'm just bitter.
That's what, you can use it as motivation, man. That's what I do. I mean, like I'm like, all right, cool, that's whatever. But I'm gonna every day that I need to get some kind of I need something to amp me up or pump me up. I think about that situation. You know what? I'm good. I already got my I got my energy. I'm good to go.
So that's what I found I'm doing. Like the forgiving shit that's years old of people I don't, that's just done. However, I have made it a point to forgive them on my own, not even seeing them in years or whatever, different situations, different people. But no, I
Said no.
no, no. It,
No.
I'm taking a more personal, taking it as seriously, like I said before, I'm taking things as seriously as I take them.
Mm-hmm. I heard a dope quote the other day. It was like, "Let pain guide your purpose."
Who'd
You
you hear
know,
that from?
it was on. Oh, damn, I forgot the name of the black dude that was in a 40-year version, the funny dude that worked at the store. He has like this little comedy movie where he's like some kind of dude that's like straight out of prison and trying to reform himself. I forgot the title of it, but it's actually very funny. And one of the lines in that movie was that some guy was he's trying to be like inspirational to somebody, and you're like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. He's like, man, let pain guide your purpose. I'm like, all right, that makes sense.
And I've people who know me know I'm more of a pacifist. I'd rather just live and just try to get through this crazy maze called life. I'm realizing you just can't be that. Like when they asked Mike, or they asked BJ Armstrong, they were like, you think Mike could be a good guy? And they're like, on a personal level, he's a good guy. On that court, to be the best, you have to have certain qualities that don't make you necessarily a good person. I have those qualities that don't make me necessarily a good person. I've always kept them in the back because I try to be above it. But you know what? Sometimes you just have to go there because, it is what it is. You can't, that goes on anything that's revolves around success. You guys tell me where not being the best businessman, the best guy in the stock market, the best athlete. Tell me where the best comes in that you have to now be, I don't want to say cutthroat. I don't put a negative tone on it, but you now have to be, for lack of a better word, a monster to go in and attack. You can't be a regular villager and expect to do this. Like, you have to have a certain mentality. You can't. That's why we go into the whole women hate men because of when you get to a certain level of work, like you have to put in certain hours. You have to be ruthless. That's why there aren't a lot of women up there, because women and men are different. Women, for the most part, don't want to be that mentality. They don't have that drive in them. They're more compassionate. The things that make them a woman. But it's not to say a woman can't be successful in that area. But if a woman has to be successful in that area, she has to be a ruthless, cutthroat business person. So, just to go back, the Jordan thing mixed with just where I am with work, with life, gotcha. I find myself having to take up this mentality that's always been there. Like, the people I've shown it to know it's there, but I've always tried to not be that. But halftime's over, man. Like, I was talking to my boy, and he was like, enough of this. Like, get it or don't. But this little in between the fence thing, sooner, like, as it goes to applying and knowing and applying.
No doubt.
I've known all the things I've had to do for a long time. Slowly, I've applied them. Now it's again, I'm about to grind out, man. It's go get it year. The end of this year, moving forward, is a go get it mentality, the likes of which I know I've never had before, and I am mentally there. And all the shenanigans are stopping. Today's probably gonna be the last day of my fucking around.
I know.
before I take this Jordan-like kill everything and walk away. So that's where I'm at.
Get it, man. Get it.
Yeah. You know, it's all team, man. We're gonna get it together. Just keep that. Cause I would say, Len, you're the nicest guy I've ever met. No, I mean that in a great way.
No, no doubt. I appreciate that.
In ways, life hasn't corrupted you how I think it's corrupted me.
Oh, there's evil in me. Trust me.
No. But you have managed to. You're still fighting that fight. You're not going out you're not going out being anything other than you, which is a beautiful thing. Like, as far as how you've been one of the more consistent people I've ever met in my life, Will, you being one of the other ones. I'm not saying that in any type of negative way. Like, you're a great-hearted, you're a gigantic teddy bear, and I mean that with the utmost respect, you know.
Appreciate it.
I think I used to be like that. It's been so long, I don't even remember them. You've always kept that. Like, life has corrupted me, but using to my advantage. Now I'm taking that and I'm turning. That's it. I'm already in the battlefield. I just have to be the guy that snaps, loses his mind, runs around with just a rock, and just murders everybody. You're not that. You're still, you know, the go-to guy on the battlefield that everybody's like, help me, and you're like, I got you. You're running across grenades and shit to give somebody a band-aid and run over there to do something that's awesome.
Modalities.
If it's working for you, then don't change.
No, it's coming to a close. That I think.
That's
But and it is what it is, and that's fine. But it just comes to a point when things just don't work like they used to, you know.
And if you feel you're hitting that point, I felt like I've hit that point. I just have been fighting it because no, you have to be a good guy, you know, smile and do all this other shit and play nice and all that. I've lost that fight. I don't want to say I've lost that fight. Don't, if you still have that in you, don't, you know, be that. That's the best possible way to run around this little marble, is to be the greatest person you can be, as long as you're not being taken advantage of. If you go to work and you have your respect and you're going to these new things, and like, I'm not a pushover, but I'm such a pacifist that my kindness has been taken for weakness. Pretty much example after example. Now, the thing about it is this, though. It's my fault. Can't blame the people that took advantage of it.
You allowed it.
I give you list of people that have done me dirty. And you'd be like, oh, wow, like, oof, somewhere in that mix, it's my fault. Anytime you look at an accident, that means somebody fucked up.
Right.
Definition of a phone is like, it was an accident. Like, dude, do you know what an accident means? Well, I'm like, the accident means somewhere between the beginning and the end, somebody fucked up. That's what an accident is. And I broke it down to him. He's like, yeah. So somewhere down that line, my transition has to happen. You don't have to do it, then you don't do it. I got beat to a pulp. It is what it is. And that pacifist in me, I try to be Gandhi, man. You know, knock me down, wipe the blood off my lip, say, you know, may God bless you, and you do what you got to do, and you know, you get ready for the next onslaught. But after a while, That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's beating you down, man. You hold it up well. Like, it doesn't show like it's beating you down. Don't get me wrong. It
No,
happens.
I think my job keeps me at bay with that, because I can't. There's so many new people that I meet, like for like the first time, and like talking with them for like when I do the exam, so that you have to be a certain way. So it's just like that kind of keeps it. But then in that, I also meet some amazing people, that just remind me like, there are some good people out there. Not everyone's out to fucking cutthroat you and like, treat you in negative ways. So it's just like a good reminder, like, wow, there is some good people out here still, So I appreciate that part too.
And that's where we differ, because my job, holy shit. My job is, I've had a lot of jobs. To add on that, I've had a lot of shitty jobs. None, and I get it. Every job has the same type of
Characters.
You get the same fuck ups, you
Oh,
get
yeah.
the same lazy guys, every job has the same stereotype.
Yeah.
It's just to a degree. I've had many jobs with many clowns and many poorly ran businesses. This place that I'm at now, I've never encountered a place like this. And I'm going to leave it at that in case somebody from my job sees this.
I was trying to stay still. I'm like, all right, so hopefully we could just edit it, and then we can just skip over.
There ain't no editing. I'm going to stop myself. But I've been on I've taken, like, again, going back to that Jordan mentality. It's like, you can only be the polite professional person for so long when you don't get it back, but you are still trying to be that. You go from trying to do the right thing to being a punching bag. People will take advantage of things first, second, and third. People are pieces of shit and ruthless.
Fuck up.
That's why I'm going to you, though, Len. You're not that. You're not, dude. Look, man, I'm sure. Look, man, I'm sure if push came to shove, you'd hit somebody over the head with a shovel, and they're in your backyard with some tomatoes growing over them. I'm sure, dog, we could all get pushed to that level. Look, we're all that. But we're also all great things. Like, we're in the spectrum of it all.
Right.
You lean more towards a side that you're taking as an insult. Like, dude, I'd rather be where you're at, because you're at a more peaceful area. Again, I don't know what's going on up here, how it's carried, and either you carry it like a champ, but you're saying it yourself. Like, my job keeps me at a good place. Not many people can say that about their job. So,
But I know what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But it's more to the fact that's like the job is the stressor, but it's like the interaction with random people that, again, is just a reminder, like, not everyone is evil, That's it. Trust me, there's stress at my job. But again, the only thing that keeps me happy in my job is interaction with good people.
And again, that's where we differ. Like, you are still, they're giving me hope that not all people are bad. Yeah. I'm like, I get little glimpses of people being good. I get glimpses of good. I look around at the things around me, and there's none of that around me. At my job, my job's torture right now. Going into my shift is torture. Forget the work part of it. Just going in there. And the shift that I got forced onto a shift I didn't ask to. yo, you're gonna be there for 4 weeks. It's been 3 months going on 4. It is what it is. It is what it is. And, you know, like I said, degrees. This place, to a degree, is worse than any place I've ever been in. But at the end of the day, it's on me. So you take the Jordan mentality. Okay, that's how you guys want to play it. And I might have went a little bit overboard for 3 days of just cursing everybody out that was in my blast radius. But once that dust settled, all right, I have a choice to not be here. You guys want to act like that. Now, my choice is, I have a choice right now. Not having a job is the choice. I could go, well, you know, I'm just going to take it. So I'm taking it right now. But, and I told him, I said, look, you guys do what you have to do. I'm a counterpuncher in life. You throw your punch, and I'm going to throw mine. Whatever happens after that is the result of that punch you threw. So, I remember I have a good friend. God, this was such a great lesson, too. You remember my boy Gigga?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mount Vernon. Jig, what up, man? Love that guy.
What up?
So we worked at the same place one time, and hated the place. Hated it. Not in hindsight, it was like working at the Taj Mahal compared to this place I'm at now. But and I just didn't want to be there after a while, just the physical work of it all. You know, the amount that they threw on our backs. He took it, and, you know, he just did his job, didn't say much, kept it moving. I'd be like, yo, this fucking bullshit, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da, what the fuck, and then, and I remember after, like, a couple days of it, he just looked at me, and this is my boy. Like, you know how close we are.
Oh, yeah.
And he just said, bro, shut the fuck up. And I looked at him and said, what? He goes, dog, I can't have this vibe that you're giving for a whole entire day, another day. Like, I get it. He goes, I know what you're saying, but you have 2 choices. Shut the fuck up or quit. It's like, damn. It's a dude that, you know, comes from a good place. It's like my mom calls you guys sons.
Right.
He calls him son. So, you know, it's always best interest if he's talking to me, if I'm talking to him. So he said that, and I just, it's like, damn. So, you're right. I shut the fuck up. So, plotting time. That's part of my, I gotta say, damn, I used to be so quiet. Nobody could ever really know what was going on around me. I have to go back to that. Because now I just pull out 2 guns up, no silencer.
2 guns up.
And I'm just like, bang, 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 bang. Like I'm walking into a crowded place, just letting them rip. And it's fine, but it doesn't serve the purpose. Like I used to be better than that and just like kind of beat that up in me. I'm going to get that back, though. Watch what I tell you.
Okay.
I still tend to be a little quiet, just more vocal about the things that displease me. But just keep it all internal, man.
No doubt.
Okay, like Jordan's like, okay, like yeah, all the shit he sees, and he go back to the Jordan and be just like, okay, gonna give him the MVP. Now I gotta destroy him, and you know, it's just like, yeah, you know, this is why I don't like LeBron right now. Like LeBron's going around going, I'm the greatest, like I'm the GOAT. Just so everybody knows, hey guys, I'm the GOAT. And you know what? Jordan never did that. The greats, let me not put just Jordan in that. The greats never go, I'm the best. Lions don't have to run around the jungle letting the other animals know they're a lion.
Right.
Yo, little chimpanzee, I'm a lion. Roar! Like, nah. I see it, but you know, so that's my little. Well, that's what my week has accumulated to.
No doubt.
So, you know, I guess finishing off the Last Dance comparison. What time is it? Game time. Woo! And that's it, man. Like that's it. It is a. I don't want to say it's a new day today because I'm gonna get my little shenanigans out of my system moving forward. But moving forward, I want the championships. I want the rings. I want the back-to-back. And don't want to be defeated ever again. Going to be the MJ of this shit. You have to have that killer mentality. Nah, I'm gonna like you outside the court, whatever. We're ever in something, I'm gonna feel slighted for anything at this point. But I'm gonna use that as motivation to just rake everything, do right and kill everything. When you go to program, put the women and children to bed, let the paramedics sort them out.
Dang.
It's not me just talking shit. Now, it could just be me talking shit. If by the new year, I'm still saying the same shit I'm saying right now, I'm full of shit. Call me out on it.
It ain't happening.
Call me, knowing and applying. Lesson of the day, man. So that'd be my little rant.
No doubt.
So,
Stay on the grind, man. Stay on the grind.
that's it. Like another person told me at my job, the one cool person I fuck with at my job, his name is Gene. And he understands where I'm coming from because he had that position and, you know, like, he's just a cool dude. Like, I fuck with Gene. Gene, if you ever get around to watching this, I doubt it, but if you ever do, you're a cool fucking dude, Gene.
You never cursed him out though, right?
No.
Okay.
Not recently. So when I first got in, this place was so bad. As a supervisor, I try to write somebody up for smoking in the building. This building houses things that has flash points, meaning at a certain temperature, it's going to explode.
Oh, wow.
And this guy's fucking smoking in the building. He got caught. This was on the weekend. And I was the weekend supervisor. So I caught him with a billow of smoke, like a fucking stack pipe coming out of his mouth. I went to human resource and I'm like, yo, I need one of these write-up forms. I got to write this dude up. Well, maybe we should wait for the supervisor during the week. I'm like, why? It's Saturday. I'm the weekend supervisor. I caught him on a Saturday doing this shit.
Right.
Hence, I'm writing him up. Well, maybe we should wait for the second shift supervisor during the week and have a meeting.
More like, well, maybe we should wait until a few people die after the explosion.
So,
Yeah.
I'm like, why do we need somebody who's technically off from the day? He has zero to do with this day.
Right.
Well, and she did that shit again. I said, wait, are you telling me smoking is legal in this building?
He didn't even witness the event. So how are they gonna just write someone up off of something that wasn't even truly witnessed just by hearsay?
True.
I said, so you're telling me smoking is legal in this building? And human resource stopped talking, went on the keyboard, and just started clicking, and that was the end of the discussion.
Wow.
And I went behind her back, and I did what I had to do. And I wrote her up, and I caught flack for that.
What?
I caught flack for doing my job. To the best of my ability. Like, you can't smoke in something that at 80 degrees temperature is going to explode.
Now, mind you, if something was to happen negatively, like something was to explode.
Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you do anything?
Who's the guy that was on the supervisor? Oh, yeah, you were the weekend supervisor, so this is technically what you should have done or corrected.
Yep.
But yet, whatever, man.
There came a time that my weekends got taken away because of lack of production, things like that. So my supervisor role just became first shift during the week. This was on a Thursday. Boss comes up to me and with a finger in my face goes, "Weekends are done starting today." I said, okay. I said, "It's Thursday though. I need Saturday and Sunday to get my 40 hours." He goes, "We're just gonna use your vacation days. Don't worry about it."
That's isn't that like a human resource that you can't just do that?
I said,
Yeah.
"It's Thursday. Let me finish off the weekend. I come in fresh on Monday. No harm, no foul." "Nah, take the weekend off. We're gonna give you your vacation days. This is not for discussion."
Wow.
That should be an option. I understand if they want to send you home, which I didn't agree with why they wanted to send you home, but like when that time that has to be filled, you have an option. You don't have to that doesn't have to be your time. I mean, if you wanted to, you can, but it doesn't necessarily have to be automatically that.
Two very small examples of my job. Those were the small examples. So the guy Gene, after that shit with the write up and the again, I take things as seriously as they take themselves. So when that happened, I was new. So I'm like, you know what? Go fuck yourself, place. And I started, once I don't care, I'm going to show you how much I don't care as compared to when I care. So when I first started, roll your sleeves up, let's get it done. Bang, 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 bang. We work time. Oh, okay, you're gonna fight me for trying to write somebody up for da-da-da. You're gonna just blow back on everything I'm doing for the sake of just fighting back. So for 2 days, I became the worst, and they're horrible employees in that building. I became the worst of them as a supervisor.
You started smoking in the building?
No, but I started, dude. So, however, I was unfortunately taking it out on Gene, who was the one person that had my back, and I was directly under him. So by day 2 of me going, okay, let me show you what you're asking for. And I became this gigantic piece of shit at work. And I was like, this is what you want. I ran into Gene, and Gene at this point, since I was new, we weren't really like having heart to hearts or anything like that. He just saw what I became and was disgusted. Because they threw a bunch of shit on him, so I was coming to help him. And then when I turned it off, he had more burdens on him because I was just like, okay, go fuck yourselves, everybody. I was taking on the wrong person because technically he was the only person in that building that had my back.
Yeah.
So I cooled my jets on the second day, and I'm like, look, man, yo, Gene, I owe you an apology. And he had a look on his face like, why? Like he was just done with me. 2 days of me going, okay, this is what you want? And he was done with me. And I said, look, man, I'm taking it out on the wrong person. The only problem was anything I did affected him, so I couldn't take it out on anybody. So I said, look, let me be a dick for the rest of the day. When I come in tomorrow, it'll be like my first day here. I said, I apologize. I shouldn't be doing this because it's affecting you. And he looked at me, and he just kind of closed his eyes, kind of just taking what he said. I said, and he just said, like, took a deep breath, opened up, and was just like, all right. Like, he had like a little relief. All right, you acknowledge you're being a dick. You apologize. You're saying you're going to be better. And he just kind of was like, I get it. He goes, I get it. And that was it. Like, from that day forward, he was never in a bad situation with me. Like, I did anything for him because that's what he earned. The rest of that building is all the examples I've said. So it's a tightrope walk.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's on me. I've sucked it up. I've told him, okay, so you do what you have to do, I do what I have to do, and we'll just see what happens. And I didn't tell him I was going to quit or anything like that, but I did tell one of the higher ups, like, you're forcing my hand to look for something else. Because what you're doing right now, I'm not vibing with. And I am one of the best employees you have in this building. Like once I settled in, I became a go-to there. I'm not, shit, my replacement will be there tomorrow, so I'm not gassing myself up in any way. But
You know your worth.
I know my worth. That job is crazy though. That job had a thing that people that would come out of jail, they would just say, call this number and they'll give you a job. And they would call like, yo, I just got out of jail. I need a job. And I get second chances and all that. No problem with that. But they were taking everybody in. Really weren't vetting anybody.
Dahmer.
But yeah. But
Gosh.
there was a mentality from the job that, oh, there's no back talking. It was like, can I have some more gruel, sir? Like, more gruel? Lucky you have that. So there was this mentality of, you're lucky you work here. You don't have to. Now they're telling that to people who literally are in that position. I just got out of jail, probation, things like that. They have me. That's probably strategic from them, because they just gave a raise because that place was gonna go ape shit. I've been there for 3 years. I've never gotten a raise. Nobody's ever gotten a raise while I've been there for 3 years. They said for at least 2 years before I arrived, nobody's ever gotten a raise either. And they do that because they go, you're lucky you had this job. However, they are the old archaic coach that, like Bobby Knight, the Bobby Knights of the world are dead.
Yeah, they can't.
You're not grabbing anybody by the shoulder pads, by the jersey. You're not gonna grab them by the throat. Those coaches do not exist anymore. They're gone. You get a bunch of Pete Carrolls of the world now. This place is adapt or die. You know, that's a very basic rule of life. You need to adapt to the situation or you're going to be extinct too. They have never adapted to it. They're hiring now people that have a future and young. Like, I don't have to be here. You guys know that, right? But they still have this, well, you're lucky you're here. You're not pulling these people out of jail no more. They are literally coming off the street. Yeah, I'm finishing up high school. I just need a job. Or, you know, this is just a stepping stone to move somewhere else. So I just need a job. They're going, well, you should be lucky you work here. And their pay is so back paid. Like, they're paying $19.99 money, and, you know, cost of living goes up. People's checks aren't. So people are going, oh, yeah? Well, go fuck yourself. I'll find another job.
You're about to say, it sounds like they need to fix their game plan.
Oh, well, you're going to go back to jail. Oh, shit, you're not that guy anymore. You're just a regular high school student that technically doesn't need this place. Now we have a whole bunch of shit that people that technically don't need that place, but they still run around wagging their finger, demanding things. I think they had that thought with me. I think. I think they had that, well, you can go somewhere else. And they don't know. And this place helped me build a resume. Once I worded everything correctly, good Lord, my shit looks good. And it does, because, it's the BS shit, the BS aside, there are things there that make it, I'm not even going to say a decent job, but you can pad your resume up if you're there long enough and learn enough things. And I did. So, go ahead. You want to force me to do this? I told you, man, every week, one of my major things I say is don't force me. In any capacity. You lose me once you force me. And they have this, well, you're going to do this and you're going to do this. I've done everything in that place. I've done a month straight of 7 days. Worked the third shift to come back to first shift, to do a third shift to come back to first shift with no in-between time. Done all that without complaining. And they still have this is what we're going to tell you to do. Okay,
Crazy,
do
man.
what you gotta do. And to my disservice, I flipped. I let it boil, and I exploded on everybody. And that almost cost me. The only reason it didn't, because that they're so hurt to get people in that building, and the people that they're half the people that are there suck, and the other half are just holding on by a thread because that place is what it is. So my replacement will be there tomorrow, but it's one of those things like they have to think about it. They're not in the position to be like, get the fuck out of here, because they'll be a little hurt too. Again, my replacement will be there next day, but you have to train them, and I've learned to do a lot in there. So do what you got to do. I'll do what I have to do. That's it. So I played a little Jordan, the beginning of the Last Dance theme in my head, and then just go ahead and stick out my tongue and just try to yam it on everybody.
Nice.
Yeah.
So again, that's my little rant about what was going on in life. I think we might have pulled a couple of lessons out of there, so it just wasn't me raving like a lunatic.
No, there were lessons learned, man.
Absolutely.
So we were talking about finding things that interested you during the week, and it's something that we could all just talk about. So, anybody find anything interesting during the week? I did.
I did.
I did, but I don't know if you guys.
Will's idea found nothing.
I'll listen to me talk about nothing. I did find something interesting. It's just something I heard that I had no idea. And to me, to you guys, it might be something small, but to me, I've been talking about this every day. Like, I cannot believe I heard this. So.
Speak on it, man. I'm interested now. I'll tell you what, for a cliffhanger, I want to know what it is.
It's so small though, but check this out. So you guys know what, when you first start your stove, it goes tick, 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 like that.
Yeah.
So they were doing the interview on Havoc from Mobb Deep. And he revealed that the beginning of Shook Ones, and it's not only the beginning, it's also the hi-hat throughout the whole entire track, is he was in the house on the stove, he recorded the stove, that sound. And that's the hi-hat throughout the entire Shook Ones beat. I'm like, what? I don't know, it's so small, but it like just blew my mind. So I even had to go back and listen to Shook Ones again. Like,
as soon as we're done, I'm going to listen to that again.
You'll hear it.
As soon as we're done, trust me.
That's his stove. He recorded his stove.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it blew my mind.
Semi little as far as like topics go, but as a Mobb Deep hip hop old school fan, I find that amazing.
That's why I love it, because I had no idea. No idea.
Wait till you hear it. I was like, what? Yeah. Oh my God, this is genius.
Oh, it's in my head. I'm already hearing it.
But they've done that. I've heard that on other tracks. So I wonder if it's like the same sound. I think, or that they used. So I know they use it on something else.
It's such a hi-hat sounding sound.
Yep.
That you wouldn't. Damn, that's a stove getting turned on. But now I'm hearing in my head, I'm like, damn, that's a stove being turned on.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I wonder how many producers come up with such like classic hits stumbling upon something great. Like
I know for a fact Reza does the same thing. I remember
I thought I heard something with a doorbell or something like that.
Yeah, doorbell, and also he did a snare where he just like took two things together and like hit them, and then he recorded that, and he did that I think into either the Cream beat or the Protect Your Neck beat. But he was just recording just like sounds around his house.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Millions off of it.
When you just fuck around, you get iconic things, man. That's why you got to play with shit. I know what's the one of the most iconic sounds? Star Wars? Is it the the lightsaber when it's being swung or a blaster when it's being fired. Some dude with a recording device went by a power line.
Yeah.
And it was a line connected to the power line, so he wasn't touching electricity and shit.
I hope not.
Yeah. But when he had the recording device, he accidentally hit like one of the lines, and it gave off the pew pew, like the laser sound
Get
from
out.
Star Wars.
That's crazy.
And that ended up being that iconic ass sound of it.
That's
Wow.
dope.
Genius, man.
Hey, I love stories like that, man. Give me stories like this all day. That's amazing. That's pretty good.
Here's another thing I found out. You know, you guys probably know this already, but I just found this out watching Drink Champs, which Noriega hosts.
Good show. It's a good podcast. If you're a hip hop fan, Drink Champs is a good podcast.
Yeah, it is good. Apparently, so Nas was on there, and he wrote Will Smith is getting jiggy with it and Welcome to Miami.
Really?
Yeah, he was the ghostwriter for it. I was like, get the hell out of here.
Wow, I did not know that.
Wow, Nas getting quiet money when he was on just watching TV.
Yep. And he has stocks in or he has like percentages in Lyft. There's another big company he has a little stake in.
If he just did just jiggy with it, just that alone would have set you up like perfectly.
Because that was a big record for Will Smith. I mean, I hated it, but it was a big record.
That was huge, man.
Yeah.
At the time.
You hit a certain level. I remember Pharrell was on Hot 97. This is back in the day. This is like Angie Martinez on Hot 97 back in the day. And she was talking to Pharrell. And she was like, yeah, so you producing anything? He goes, I just sold 3 beats. I'm done for the year.
Wow.
I think like one was like the Britney Spears, and like 2 other ones. Like one of them was hip hop, and I think that went to like Missy, and like the other ones were like alternative / pop shit. He was like, I'm done for the year. I technically don't have to do anything else. I made my money for the year off of 3 beats.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That is dope.
He also had a story. Well, Nori had a story of how how the hook of Super Thug came out, which is that whole when he goes what that.
I love that song, by the way.
Yo.
You like that song because the video with Roy Jones in it.
Hold on, is he in that one?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
He had a whole bunch of people in there.
I might be wrong. I know.
No,
you
had one of them. Right. I just don't remember.
So,
but I'll look back.
So Pharrell is the one that actually. So the way Nori explained it is back then he didn't know how to count bars when he's spitting rhymes. So the way he would do it is he would do what 1, what 2, and that's what he would do like in practice with the song while he's doing the song. But you would hear it sometimes when they're recording. So what Pharrell did was when he did the Super Thug beat for him is he just chopped out the last part where he says 1, 2, 3, where he's counting the bars, and he just recorded the what, and just put it on the hook.
That's hard.
I was just like, what? This is crazy.
I find that the only thing I find weird about that, and forgive me, Noriega, for saying this, counting bars is so easy. How the fuck do you fuck that up? Like, what is the same as just going 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. Like counting bars, I don't know what separates a to what like it's the same thing. But hey, to each his own. The man made the war report. Who the fuck am I to say anything?
Yeah, some other classics too.
I heard the story that you said that Nas invested in Lyft. I was listening to, I think it was the Dan Le Batard show 2 years ago, something like that. He had on Kevin Hart.
Uh-huh.
And he said that, you know what, we need to talk about We need to spend an episode talking about investments too. We should. We definitely should. But I semi-digress. He was talking about how people came to him before Uber was a thing. And people were like, we want you to invest. Help us get this off the ground. It's Uber. It's a new thing. People are going to, it's like a taxi, but regular people and da-da-da. Kevin Hart said, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Who the fuck's going to want to invest in that?
Gosh.
Later on, he goes, yo, you still need investors? And they were like, nah. But by that time, they had all the investors. Everything was going. He was like, I missed that one. He goes, I couldn't see it.
Wow.
And that was a golden opportunity missed. I definitely want to go into investing. I think that's beneficial for people, as well as just a learning experience for both of us.
It's crucial.
Absolutely.
Do you guys invest? Stock market, things
Yep.
like that?
Not on a high level. I think probably Will is probably on another 3 levels above us. But like, yeah, the shit through my job, and then the light financial advising in this one of those other companies I'm in.
I haven't. Lack of sleep and what time the market opens and the shift that I'm on, I haven't been able to day trade, but I am firmly implanted in investing. Day trades, swing trades, long-term investments, short-term investments, how much percentages you're willing to lose, the rules of the commandments of investing in the stock market, depending on what you're going to do. Every type of trade has its own set of rules. You don't trade short or day trade like you would long-term investment, like you would swing trading. They all have a separate set of rules, and they all have to be followed to a T. That's one of the things I realized. You will lose money if you try to think you can manipulate it. Oh, I know the rules say do this, this, and this, but I think I can da-da-da-da. Bang, you're going to lose. For every 9 of those decisions you're going to miss, maybe one will hit. But the amount you're going to lose before you get to that hit is an interesting topic. We should talk about it, guys.
Absolutely.
We should get into that. We'll save that for another time. All right, Will. Decent story.
No.
I'm with it. A little learning. I learned something new. If you learn something new, then you're good. I did not know that one of the greatest beats ever made came from a stove. Yo,
That still doesn't make sense.
We're trying to cook this crack. We're trying to record a beat, one or the other.
Yo, light that stove again? Hold on, light that stove again?
Turn that stove up.
Turn that.
Like, dude, that's iconic.
That's crazy. That's a great story right there, man.
Hey, I couldn't stop talking about it for days when I heard that.
Damn, my shit is a little bit more serious than that, but I'm with it. What you got, Len?
What do I got? I stumbled across, I forgot what I was searching for, but there was a page on YouTube where this girl, like, she was like just going around like wherever she was or wherever she is, and she goes and like, asks people to stare at the camera. She'll ask them to feel like a certain emotion or like a certain thought in their head. Don't say anything, but just look at the camera and see if you can express that with your eyes. And she has like a lot of these videos, and it's just crazy to see like how much. I think it's true as far as like they say, like windows are the eyes to the soul,
Right.
And I have a thing with eyes to begin with. If I'm like at home or at work doodling something, the first thing I always draw is a fucking eye for some reason. So there's like something to it, But yeah, man, I forgot her name, and she's Asian, so I don't know how to say her name exactly. But she has a really cool page, and if you guys ain't busy, check it out. Just like something that she does. It's a pretty cool project.
You said you sent it or not yet?
What, send it to y'all?
Yeah.
Oh no, I can send it, but I'm saying you guys can go and check it out. But I can send it to you. I'll give you the link.
I don't know how I would fare in that project or that little thing. Like, they'd be like, show me happy. And I'm like,
So this is
sad.
It'll be the
Man.
same piece for every.
It's like that shirt that has the different emotions of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And it's just all the same picture because he's in a fucking helmet, but it just shows the different emotions behind it.
Yeah.
I think that'd be me.
It was very interesting. Again, people that like some people were she doesn't tell you, or so some videos are labeled I need to be near you, or something like that. But then there's some that are just like totally ambiguous, where after the video is when you find out what they were feeling. But it's cool to see if you can think what they were feeling before you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Only thing I can really equate that to is I don't know, for some reason a few years back, celebrities were having a stare off on YouTube channel. Just like, I'm just gonna watch this. And you were having a blink competition with 80 million people that decided to click on this celebrity shit, and they're just staring. But I remember Jessica Alba did it one time, and I almost humped my laptop. Like, I was just like, oh my God.
I can see why. I see why. I ain't gonna fault you.
Jessica Alba, dude, I'm a Jessica Alba fanatic.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'll watch all the shitty movies she's ever made just because she's in it.
You know how bad I'm thinking about watching the movie the show that she's on with Gabrielle Union. It's supposed to be like a version of Bad Boys, but like it's not called Bad Girls, but it's called something.
The women version of it, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they kind of like do little things or say little sayings like, for life and some other shit, whatever.
I'm Michelle Lowry.
Michelle Lowry. But and they both look good, so it's like, hey, might be a show to watch.
Has it started yet? I don't know what's going on with TV shows.
I think it's like 2 seasons of it.
Wait, there are 2 seasons in it?
Yeah, again, I forget the name, but I know it's like a Spectrum original show. It's not like on Fox or like a specific TV station. It's on like Spectrum.
I'm thinking you're talking about some new shit. Apparently, this is 2 years old.
Oh no! Hey, I just always see commercials for it because it's free, but I never watched it.
Yeah, it's on Hulu too.
Oh, so Hulu too? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting, but yeah, just
it's called LA's Finest.
There you go.
I like Jessica Alba.
Yeah. I hear you.
Bunch of movies nobody care about, but I will watch for an hour and 45 minutes.
Locked in.
Yeah, locked in.
Would not use the bathroom, just fucking.
Well, I'll use the bathroom. No.
Have any of you seen the show? Have any of you seen the show NCIS?
No, I know it's a show. It's been on for like 80 years. It seems like.
With DiNozzo in them.
Yeah, so she was married to DiNozzo for 1 year. Jessica Alba, that is.
Really?
Yeah. He made some reference to Jessica Alba in one of the shows, and I was like, why the hell did he say that? And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh shit, they were married for 1 year. When they were really young though, they were like early 20s or something.
A, great show.
Yes, yeah.
B, I like the main guy. I forgot his name.
Oh, Gibbs, yeah.
Gibbs, I like Gibbs. If DiNozzo got Jessica Alba, that means I got a shot.
All right.
Outside shot, but it's a shot, man. Hey, man, Luke Skywalker hit that Death Star with those 2 little. I got a shot. Still a shot.
He shot it, and then it went down into the fucking.
The Force, man.
I don't know what sucked it down that fucking hole. Every time I watch, I'm like, wait a minute. So yeah, that happened.
They all have little plot holes here and there, but the last 2.
Oh yeah.
Were and plot holes in the galaxy.
They actually had kids. Wow. Oh shit.
Alba and
that guy. DiNozzo, yeah. Oh shit.
Get it, DiNozzo. He knew what it was. This ain't gonna last forever. Let me get what I can get.
Sneak a few out. I definitely gotta see you again eventually. We got 2.
Before she realizes I'm a D-list actor. That's cool.
Yeah.
Right. Damn, mine's serious. So I didn't do. There's a little bit more research I could have did on this, but I stopped short of finishing the research because I want to ask you guys for your opinion. So I got this out of the Bolt report, and this is in Sky News Australia.
Oh.
Yes, because
Sky News Australia.
Sky News Australia, the Holt report. I mean, this day and age, can you really count on American news to give you proper American news? You know, everything is a product of who's telling you what to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Most things are nothing. I've learned that nothing is down the middle. Fox leans heavy to the right. The CNNs of the world lean towards the left. You don't get a down the middle perspective. So I try to find my stuff from different sources. So again, this was from Sky News in Australia. The host was talking about, and this is why I'm going to ask your opinion about this. So the host brought up graphs on the second wave hitting Europe and COVID. And the graph shows, all right, that's the original. There's the second wave. And they all shown that. He showed graphs from Holland, Sweden, Belgium, France, and Britain. And they all showed the same thing. Now, this is about a month ago. I know we want to do things weekly, but this one intrigued me so much. I'll follow that rule moving forward.
Okay.
In every case, the spike was worse than the original wave. But one thing that they're finding, and I'm not sure, this is why I didn't do the research, because I'm going to ask you guys. The one thing that they're finding is there's no death spike equating the second wave spikes. So the second waves are going like this, but the deaths are still hovering around there.
So they're still getting it, but they're not dying.
Yes. So they had a doctor by the name of Dr. Sue Alleman, Aleman.
Hey,
huh?
I just remember Martin, and there was some dude on Martin that goes, "Hey, Allman."
Martin's a great show. I don't remember that.
It was some tall guy that used to always try to mess with him and like try to get with him. He used to call him "Hey, Allman." Anyway, finish your story.
Oh yes. You're right. The fruity guy. Yeah. That's right.
There you go.
So he was talking to the doctor, and he goes, "Well, why is this the case that there's no increase in deaths that are equal to the spikes?" She said, the hypothesis is some common cold varieties might have given some immunities to certain symptoms of COVID. So I stopped short there because my question to you guys is, A, any overseas deaths that you've heard of? Because remember, when news over here, and now I'm putting this towards America, we've been getting hit. North Carolina opened up the beaches, and as soon as they did, they spiked. Like North Carolina immediately became a hotspot. The second they opened up the beach, immediately became a hot zone in the country. But you hear all these second waves happening. Question is, gentlemen, have you guys heard of any deaths that are equating the second spikes that we're having?
I haven't heard anything as far even in regards to you hear maybe brief things on some of the news saying oh, there's increases in Europe or something like that, but you never hear about deaths. But then also, to be in all fairness, I'm not totally locked in.
So people have died. The guy that was talking about what was happening in Europe, I believe he said it was Sweden had 3 confirmed deaths when he was reading that, but the confirmed deaths that they're having are all fitting the same 70, 80, 90-year-old people that were in homes. So the younger generation apparently is building a tolerance to all this. But again, I pose the question, does anybody remember, does anybody have any knowledge or hearing anything in the news about this second wave that we're getting? and the deaths that are matching the spikes. Because remember, when people were dying, we were hearing all about it.
Right.
Death toll now with this, death toll now with that. These deaths with these amount of Americans. We are hearing about second spikes, but are we hearing about the deaths that are equating to those spikes?
No, and like I haven't heard it, and I've been actually tuning into the news. Like I'll tune into the news to hear about that, and as soon as they start talking about Trump, I'll turn it off. But so I've kind of been in tune with that, and I haven't heard anything matching the deaths matching the.
I was waiting, and I thought about it, and I said, I think I'm going to stop short of doing the research because I wanted to ask you guys. I said, but in my head, I don't hear anything.
Yeah.
I do not hear anything about the deaths because remember the deaths. If the deaths were equaling the second wave, it'd be nonstop news. These many people have died. It's like the Spanish flu all over again. People are getting affected. And there's now a very small portion of people that are passing away from it. With the spikes that are now higher in some areas than the first wave is not being accompanied by any death spikes. And that made me go, And then I want to ask you guys if you heard anything, and apparently you guys haven't.
No.
Yeah, nothing like that. No.
So I found that interesting.
I'll be on now that you say that, I'm gonna definitely be like on the lookout to see if I hear anything.
Somebody told me
just to like overseas though, right? Not to United States or just overseas, right?
Well, again, that was the guy showed the graphs on Europe. He was like, "There's the graph of the Sweden, Britain, blah 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 blah."
Right.
He didn't show anything as far as America because again, it was a foreign newscast.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So he's around Europe, so he's talking about Europe. But I'm putting the two together because I'm speaking from an American point of view now. As an American living in America, I do not see or have heard about deaths.
If anything, I've heard maybe like they're like, oh yeah, we can have estimated such and such amount of deaths by the end of the year, but it wasn't a graph. It was that somebody said it.
It could be true. I was talking to somebody about this. The only person I brought this up to, because I wanted to wait to have this discussion with you guys, but somebody said something slick, so I just threw that comment out there. And his rebuttal was, well, it takes 3 weeks for those deaths to catch up. And I text him back. I said, well, this is a month-old report.
Okay.
Not only a month-old report, they had to probably wait a few weeks to get the data. So we're probably talking a month and a half, 2 months old. And I still don't see those spikes because we would be hearing about it.
Absolutely.
We'd definitely be hearing about that shit. So just one of those things that made me go,
Yeah, I wonder why.
I found that intriguing.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like what other sheet they're trying to pull over our eyes right now? That's what I feel.
Yeah. I mean, you have to say that.
Yeah.
You can talk about the bunch of lies that happened during these damn. I'm gonna say the second debate. The first debate was just two people yelling over each other. The second debate.
I'm telling you, it's a rap battle. The debate is a rap battle. How much shit can you talk about this guy, and how much shit can he talk about you? It's a rap battle.
I saw some. It was like the white people's versus.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
but they fact checked both of them at the end of the second debate, and they fact checked them both. And like politicians that they are, Biden was caught fibbing, stretching truths and lying, and Trump was found to be Trump, which was
shocking.
Which is just, I'm gonna lie about everything that I possibly can. So they fact check him, and but that's neither here nor there. I don't want to go into that. So Will, I want to thank you because you brought up the amazing suggestion on this brand new word that I helped you guys discover called Fanzanoon. And for those that don't know,
Break it down. Oh, you should.
a Fanzanoon is a special type of person. It's a person who's exceeded in stupidity to the point that you may or may not be retarded. And so by definition, a Fanzanoon is somebody who farts in the bathtub and bites at the bubbles. Thank you, Caddyshack 2, for bringing this word into our lives. I figure, well, Will said it, and I agree. We probably should take advantage of this fine word that has been brought into our lives. So, on top of just finding things that intrigue us during the week, we're going to start something called the Fanzanoon of the Week. Who did something this week that equated to farting in the bathtub and chomping at the bubbles like a game of Hungry Hungry Hippos? So I will give the ball and the floor to whoever wants it. I have mine, and I never thought I would have an honorable mention of Fanzanoon, but I have an honorable mention. So please, the floor is Will. This was your suggestion. A brilliant one, by the way.
Thanks.
So by all means, with the inaugural Fanzanoon, have at it.
I think my Fanzanoon of the week will probably be the same until November 3rd after the elections. And we know it's Trump, so I give it to him.
Trump, a.k.a. Wolverine, because I can heal and be immune like nobody's immune. I know how to immune better than anybody immunes. That whole shit was fishy to me. I'm not going to go into that, but he is, God, I would say, you know how Jordan has like the logo?
Uh-huh.
Trump, we have to find some silhouette of him, and he'd be the logo of the Fanzanoon. And I know you're anti-red and you're all blue and you're a die-hard leftist. No, don't believe in left, don't believe in right. I do believe in logic and stupidity. And he just, wow. I try not to, I really try to go even keel to make it seem like I'm not just picking on him. But fuck, you leave so many things to be picked on.
Right.
So, God, I want to give him the Fanzanoon of the Year award already.
Lifetime Achievement Award.
A Lifetime Fanzanoon award.
Not many, but only you could do this, buddy.
I want to say, I don't know who else would hold that crown. Like, if there's a Mount Rushmore of Fanzanoons,
It would be all four of them.
It'd be 3 Trumps and 1 Hitler.
That's funny.
And one spot.
Would it be the same Trump carved into the mountain, or it would be like 2-3 different versions of him
with different expressions?
I say 3 different expressions.
Chip away a MAGA hat on one.
There you go.
You probably have to
spray paint
orange, one of the rocks super orange.
Yep.
Make a carving with itty bitty hands. I don't know. Make a carving so that the tie goes into the highway. Since he wears those long ass ties, just a rock bed, to end his tie on the middle of the street.
That's funny.
Will, you've been on fire right now. Last couple weeks, Will has just been straight Akuma and everything. Good man. Good man. Len.
Yeah.
Who's
So actually, I didn't even know that we were actually going to be thinking of one, so I didn't really think of one. So I'm going to kind of wing it right now. I'm going to add on to
if only there was a warning that we would have had for like a week and a half that we were gonna do this.
Hey,
Only
it was labeled as a suggestion. It didn't say like, oh yeah, we're going to do it on Saturday.
if only I had replied saying this was epic and a great idea, and that we should do this immediately.
Yeah, I have 3 on top of my head right now. I can't wait to say my 3. But then on the day of, I don't have one.
Mr. Len, all off the freestyle. You'll be the KRS-One
freestyle.
of Fonzo Nooning right now.
All right, here we go. Ready? I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 1. Now,
Wait.
I'm gonna say,
What?
I'm gonna piggyback off Will. Like I said, I'm gonna say Trump a little bit, and then I'm gonna say the Dallas Cowboys, the organization.
Oh.
Fucking Fonzanoons, man. Bunch of
Len is frustrated as a Cowboys fan right now.
Fonzanoons. Matter of fact, I think they should be the Dallas Cowboy Fonzanoons, or the Dallas Fonzanoons.
The Dallas Fonzanoons.
They should have that on the back of their jersey instead of their last names.
Instead of a gigantic star, just a huge bubble.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Never thought I'd hear you say that. Wow.
This is coming off. See, but this is coming off of Dallas not doing good.
No. Even if they win.
I see the Atlanta hat is not on anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, we took the L. We took the L. We got
your frustrations are at me and my job level for sports.
Nah, the Atlanta Brave loss, it hurt, but it wasn't like detrimental to my fandom. They played good, man. It was a good season. We just weren't there yet. The better team did win. That's it.
All I got to do is replaster one of my walls that I blew through in a fit of anger.
Yeah. Nah, trust me, I thought I was going to be way more upset. I was bracing for it. I was like, when we put the knives away, let me not, let me put all the dangerous pills let me forget where I put them,
Because you had the Cowboys to make you mad. Like, you could at least go with the Braves, like, all right, good run, guys.
Yeah.
Solid shot. You did what you had to do. It just didn't work out. Cowboys are just – but don't listen. I have to get to my Fonzanoons in a minute, so.
No, it's all good. So, yeah, those are mine. Those are mine. Those are mine right there.
All right. Good picks, man. So, my Fonzanoon of the week – I'm going to give my honorable mention, and I'm slowly getting back into sports. MMA, first and foremost, I never left. Football, because of camera angles and the focus is less on the fans. I like the action that they're showing. So football, I'm back into it. We'll say that. I haven't seen a game, but I'll sit back and I'll watch highlight after highlight after highlight to see what was going on. So, football, I'm back in. With that said, my honorable mention for Fonzanoon of the week is Daniel Jones.
Oh, yeah.
God bless him. Longest run by a quarterback to not end in a touchdown. About 82 or so. Should have been 96 and a touchdown. Had a breakaway in a play that probably won't happen again in his career. To his credit, speed demon. It was an athletic play.
He can move. Now, he had a play a couple weeks ago. It was a Thursday night game where he shook the blood out of like some defensive back. And actually, no, it was Sam Darnold. It wasn't even him. But I take that back. But he looked good. Daniel Jones looked good.
They have flashes that make me go, they may be all right in a year or two. I'm not, but they're like 1-5, so I don't care. But to have nothing in front of you but 6 points waiting for you, and you could tell like the top half of his body was going faster than the bottom half of his body, and he just tipped over, and that's what happened. Like, that's what happened. You see, like, the top half is going about 30 miles an hour, and the bottom half is stuck on like 20.
He even looked back at his body half, on the lower body half at one point. He was like,
yeah.
Catch up. Next thing you know, boom.
Had to grab his shit and put it back on. Like, damn. The funniest shit I saw was the meme of Randy Orton
Yeah, I saw that.
RKO on him out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, how could it happen? So that was my runner-up, we shall say.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't want to say it happens because it really shouldn't happen. But he's showing a little bit of progress. Like, I'm not going to kill him for it. Thank you for the laugh. You're an idiot, but I'm not going to murder you for it. There'll be better games, and there'll be times you'll get in the end zone. So whatever. My actual Fonzanoon of the week. Daniel Jones can't wave a flag at this dude. It's Nuke Bizzle. Do we know who Nuke Bizzle is?
No.
YouTube rapper who is now facing 22 years in federal court, in federal prison.
Damn, I've never heard of this guy.
So, Tennessee rapper Nuke Bizzle is facing 22 years in federal prison for unemployment fraud for obtaining at least 92 debit cards preloaded with more than $1.2 million for coronavirus.
Wow.
Oh, wait.
He got caught
because,
like all these other idiots who just dry snitch and have to just show that they are about that life and just getting over on the system. He had to make a video about it, and in this song was flashing applications or something.
Wow.
And said, "You sell rocks, I cashed these things," and then they did an investigation on him.
Stupid.
And $1.2 million in like 20-something separate fake accounts. Congratulations, you're Fonzanoon.
I must say, yeah, congratulations, good, and you're going to be spending some time thinking about that.
Yeah, I don't understand the dry snitching part of it all. I don't.
Me neither. Yeah.
Back in the days, and I want to be like that back in the day guy, but back in the days, silence was golden. Do your dirt on your lonely. Find a team that's going to keep their mouth shut. Do not brag. Did we not see American Gangster with Denzel about, what was the guy's name? Can't believe I forgot the name. Frank Lucas.
Oh, I thought like what movie? I was like,
So, how did Frank Lucas get on everybody's crosshairs? Showed up to that boxing match wearing this gigantic dead bear on him, and everybody was like, "Who the fuck is that?" So, just do your shit. Keep it on the low. I'm not advocating getting over on the system, but the system's going to get over on you any and all moments it can. I'm not saying do your shit like that. I'm just saying stop bragging on it. Just do it. Good or bad, like whatever it is. Let's forget about the fraudulent claims. Like whatever you're going to do, just shut up about it and do it.
Exactly.
that's right.
So this asshole walked away with 1.2. With all these fraud shit going on, they would have never caught his ass. The only way they caught him is because he was on a video bragging about it. Like, dude, we ain't learn from Bobby Schmurder.
Right.
Every situation, it comes down to that, or not every, but a majority of them is like doing something you're not supposed to do, bragging about it, or whatever the case may be. Like you said, keep that on the low, man.
Social media, man. Ugh.
It's not even, but you know what though? Social media is just the platform. It's just a platform. It's the people that are on the platform.
Right.
Nobody's telling these hoes to get butt ass naked for a like. Like you could carry yourself a certain way, but no, you have to fit that description. I have to be a chick that wears next to nothing in order to get these likes. Personality, non-existent. These dudes that big time drug dealers, and anybody ever see that other clip on YouTube? This dumb sounding dude from the South, Yo, we getting money over here. And he's just wads of cash. Yo, we grinding. We selling these things, you heard? And da-da-da. And in the background here, you just see him come to a dead stop and have the shookest look on his face. He talking all that shit with money all over the place. Yo, we banging out here, son. Talking a whole bunch of shit. Memphis police, open up the door.
Wow.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I'm not here right now.
Done. Everybody want to brag, man. Everybody wants to brag.
No sympathy. No sympathy.
No sympathy. You're a Fonzanoon.
No sympathy.
Absolutely.
One less person to get ahead of.
There was no getting ahead of him. Because that's that short money. Yo, that's that fast money.
Yeah, one less person.
Your fast money is fast money. But have a good fucking plan. Like, what part of yo, I'm going to brag about this federal crime I'm committing because I need these likes, man. I need these hoes to know I'm about that life.
It ain't worth it, man.
Well, don't drop the soap, bro. So,
Wow, that is so stupid, man.
It is what it is. We're gonna end it on this one. Will, you see the Khabib fight?
I saw highlights of it. I knew that was gonna happen. I just knew the outcome. I knew the outcome before the fight, even because Gaethje is. I mean, he's good, but he's not that great.
He's one step away from being on that level, but he's that step away.
Right.
So would you guys automatically put him, since this guy's about to retire, so would you put him as the next or the best now, since this kid's about to retire?
There's different.
One step away?
There's different levels of, what are you talking about, Khabib? Where he's ranked?
The dude that he just fought. Again, I don't know as much as you guys do. Say the dude that he just fought, and how you just claim that he's on that next level up to where Khabib is, right? So the fact that
he's one step short of it.
Okay, yeah. So all right, so Khabib is gone now. So is he like the next big guy or like next main dude for that level?
I'm saying no.
Oh, okay.
He's missing that one thing to get him. If he learns, and I don't know what it is he can learn, if he learns whatever it is to get him that next step up, I say yes. But right now, he is stuck right before that next step. So I'm going to say no.
So who's the guy that's going to take over since Khabib is the best or was the best?
I don't know, because I know Tony Ferguson took a dip. I need to know who's on that weight class. I've been saying Khabib has been a GOAT since the McGregor fight, because that's when I was introduced to him. But then I did the research on him and realized he's an animal.
Oh, yeah.
Khabib is a GOAT. And this is not saying it because he's retiring and you're paying homage. How he fights. So, do you know about Khabib, Len?
Yeah, I know about him. I'm not like a big fan, but I know that he's good. And he
grew up in, what was it, like war-torn Kazakhstan or something like that?
Yep.
So automatically living that life. Grew up very close to his dad.
Yeah, he was mentioning that.
Len, this is how he trained how to grapple. He wrestled as a kid. He wrestled little cubs. Bears,
yep. I saw that video.
Like, wrestled with bears. Now, again, cubs, but he was a kid. So
still, they're strong, you know.
And he, every time his weight went up, they matched him to a bear in the same weight category, I guess. Learned to wrestle with bears. What do you think is going to happen when it's time to wrestle against a regular human being?
Wow, that's impressive.
He mauled people like he was the bear.
That's impressive.
And that was it. His ground game was was the off switch. If he had you and you went to the ground, you are at his mercy.
Yep. Nothing
until
you
the
can do.
round ends or it's over. And he had no problem getting anybody to the ground that I ever saw.
Mm-hmm.
So once the McGregor fight, and I started doing the research, and I found out where he was from, and I found out his training, and then I looked at a couple other fights he did, I was saying he's GOAT in his weight. It's hard with, you got different weight classes, but like he said, I should be pound for pound best in the world. I'll put him there. I won't argue that. Pound for pound, he's probably the best fighter in UFC. So, Khabib, salute to your brother. Enjoy the retirement. A lot of people say they're going to retire, and they don't. I would be shocked if Khabib came back. How he sounded, what he was saying, the circumstances behind it with his father's death, and, his mom was like, I don't want you doing this without your dad anymore. And he was like, I promise you I'm not doing it. Like, it's a family thing. It's not I'm stepping away because of whatever. Like, it's family. Like, and he's been pretty about his word about things. So I'm going to say he's retiring. Hell of a career, 29-0.
Undefeated, yep.
Undefeated. Yep. If his father would have still been alive, huh?
I said that's a good way to go out, though, undefeated.
In MMA, definitely. He wanted to end his career at 30-0, and he wanted his last fight to be one shot with George St. Pierre. But because the father passed away, like he's done. Maybe that fight happens somewhere down the line. This dream matchup of George St. Pierre and Khabib. But I don't think it will. It's interesting, but
isn't this guy older now, Pierre?
Yeah,
How old?
yeah. There's not a big window left for this fight to happen.
Okay, I'm about to say
probably why it's not going to happen. If they can't if Khabib doesn't have a change of heart relatively soon, it's just going to be a dream match in your head. But it's an interesting one. I want to see that fight happen because George St. Pierre's GSP is beast. Like, to me, he's on the Mount Rushmore of MMA fighters. If I had to put one there, I'll tell you that much. Two heads right now, Khabib, and you got a chisel in the furry hat on the side of the mountain, and GSP.
Yeah.
Anybody else after that, I guess John Jones. It doesn't matter what you think about him. He's a GOAT in his weight class. Until somebody drops him, you have to take it for what it is. So that'd be my third head. I guess my fourth head would be Masvidal, only because I just like his style.
Yeah, he's a bad man.
I just like what he brings and who he is. I hate using this word. I fucking hate this word. But his swag is fucking put him up on the wall, on the fucking Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Then maybe that's a personal pick, but and even though I didn't like him at one time, I'm thinking maybe my last head on that mountain would be Bisping.
Oh, Bisping.
I used to not be a huge Bisping fan. But then I don't know, it just kind of grew on me. Really just a fighter and just goes in for whoever. I like Bisping. I used to not. So that was the Khabib report. He is not a Fonzanoon. He is the opposite of a Fonzanoon. So Khabib, congratulations on a great career. Thank you for the entertaining fights. And I hope you ride off to the sunset, brother.
Word up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that was it. Will, I like this.
Nice.
Did you jot down your links?
Yes, I have them.
So if you would, there's three links to you that we know of right now. Is it 2 on IG or 1?
I was gonna throw my IG in there, so yeah, let's say 3.
So we're gonna go 3. Let's, I think an IG is a nice little. This is my house. Come check me out, kind of thing. Like, this is where I live. This is what I post and all that. As long as you don't, post anything obscene like Len over here. I'm kidding, man. Kidding. So it's a IG account, and it's the merch account, and it's the blog, correct?
Correct.
All right. I know the blog again is Clearing the Attic.
Yes, it's clearingtheatticblog.wordpress.com. I'm working on trying to get full rights to the domain so we can drop the WordPress part and it just be clearingtheattic.com. I may have to change the name slightly because I just seen someone else having the name clearingtheattic.com.
Okay. All right. So real quick, say it one more time.
So the site is Clearing the Attic blog, all together, no spaces, .wordpress.com.
And that's just a way of seeing our boy Will, his day-to-day, the things that intrigue him in life, and his ups, downs, goods and bads in life in general. It's a good read. I definitely recommend it.
Thank you.
So thank you for that, Mr. Will. So please give us your other avenues.
So for some merch is teespring.com/stores/TOHMEE. So that's Teespring, TEESPRING.com/stores/TOHMEE.
All right. That's what's up. And we can catch you on IG at?
You can catch me at Instagram.com/CronOmega1. That's CRON as in Nancy, OM as in Mary, EGA 1. That's it.
All right. Len, I know I'm still working on mine. Mine is building. We're getting there. And when I have all my information, I'll be more than happy to share it with everybody. Len, I guess you are on the same boat?
Exactly. If anything, I'll give my Instagram right now, but or we could just wait till next time.
Your call.
Yeah. All right, I'll give it to you right now. So it's Doogz Len, DOOGZLEN, and that's at Instagram. So search me out, find me, say what's up. I won't reply back, but you can still say what's up.
His DMs are closed.
Yeah, exactly. Closed for the summer.
Don't be sliding in his DMs.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's packed. Nobody's there to pick up the phone, you know what I mean?
Depends who can slide into mine. Mine is slidable, just a slide.
You can slip and slide.
Yeah, slip and slide. Shoot some ladders in here.
Yeah. But Pictionary, you can slip and slide, we can whatever.
So I'll have my stuff eventually. Like I said, we're getting there, man. So
no doubt.
All right, so everybody that hears it, go check them out. 2 cool ass dudes, man. Shit, I'm with it, man. I gotta get mine up. I guess I'm the late guy coming to the party, but everybody, check everybody else out. We all love each other, all that good stuff.
There you go.
All right, so any closing statements before we wrap this up?
Hey, just enjoy the rest of the weekend, man.
Oh, fair enough.
Keep your head up. Yep.
What?
Pause. Hold your head.
What?
I mean,
that one sounds.
I don't know.
I mean,
keep your head up is. We'll go with the original. Keep your head up.
Hold on, real quick. Real funny story, real quick. So, one of the women that I work with, she's at a different office, right? So we just set up a new table and new machine and stuff like that, right? So the new table, the headrest doesn't stay up, right? So she sends out an email to like all the ultrasound staff. Is like, hey, do you have anything or you guys know anything or with the table where we can keep the head up, right? So I was like, yo, there's a blue pillow or like a blue pillow I think you could put like behind the table to keep it up. And only one person got that.
I had enough run-ins with human resource to know I'm never sending that email.
So we can just edit that out. Please.
Nope.
All right, take it back.
Yeah, that's nothing bad.
Oh no, not at all. I'm just saying. You said human resource. I'm like, oh.
Well, no,
But-
for me,
Oh, for you, okay.
I've had enough human resource shit to know it's a whole other bunch of stories. God, I'm full of fucked up stories. All right, so once we get out of human resource, we'll figure it out and see you next weekend.
Nice, man.
All right, so for Mr. William, Mr. Dudes, I am Paul, and shit, man, everybody have a good one. Peace.
Peace.
America!
Got it.
Bye.